In the vast, untamed wilderness, amidst the towering giants and fearsome hunters, there exists a creature that has mastered the art of survival, not through brute force, but through sheer intelligence. It's not the strongest, nor the biggest, but it is undeniably one of the smartest predators out there. We're talking about the fox. For centuries, folklore and fables have painted the fox with a single brushstroke: cunning. We hear tales of the wily fox outsmarting farmers, tricking other animals, and always getting its way through deceit. But is this reputation truly deserved? Or is there more to this enigmatic creature than meets the eye? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the world of foxes and discover that the truth is far more fascinating, and perhaps even more inspiring, than any story ever told. Prepare to have your perceptions challenged, because the real life of a fox is a story of incredible adaptability, surprising social structures, and a level of cleverness that goes far beyond simple trickery. So, what exactly is a fox? When most of us picture a fox, we probably think of the classic red fox, with its fiery coat and bushy white-tipped tail. And that's a great starting point. The red fox is the most widespread and recognizable of all fox species. But the fox family, part of the Canidae group, which also includes dogs and wolves, is incredibly diverse. There are actually more than 12 different species of true foxes, each uniquely adapted to its environment. Take the Arctic fox, for instance. Living in the frigid landscapes of the north, this master of camouflage sports a thick, pure white coat in the winter to blend in with the snow and ice. But as the seasons change and the tundra thaws, its fur transforms into a brownish gray, perfectly matching the rocks and plants of the summer. It's like having two different wardrobes for the year, all designed by nature for ultimate stealth. Then you have the fennec fox, the smallest of all canids, living in the scorching heat of the Sahara Desert. Its most prominent features are its enormous ears, which aren't just for hearing. They act like natural air conditioners, radiating body heat away to keep the fox cool under the desert sun. From the swift fox dashing across the North American prairies to the gray fox, which has the unique ability among canids to climb trees, the fox family is a spectacular showcase of evolutionary ingenuity. But let's get back to that word, cunning. Where does it come from? It mostly stems from observing their hunting strategies. A fox is an opportunist in the truest sense of the word. Its diet is incredibly varied, ranging from small rodents like mice and voles, to rabbits, birds, insects, and even fruits and berries. They don't rely on one single food source, which is a key to their success in so many different habitats. One of their most iconic hunting techniques is the mousing pounce. You may have seen videos of this. A fox will stand completely still, its head cocked, listening intently. It's thus using its exceptional hearing to pinpoint the exact location of a mouse or vole scurrying beneath a thick blanket of snow. Its ears can detect even the faintest low-frequency sounds. Once it is locked onto its target, it leaps high into the air, arching its body, and dives nose first into the snow, often completely disappearing for a moment before emerging with its meal. It's a move that requires incredible precision and calculation. Recent studies suggest they might be using an extraordinary tool to aid in this hunt: the Earth's magnetic field. Scientists have observed that foxes are far more successful in their pounce when they are facing a northeasterly direction. The theory is that they might be using the planet's magnetic field as a sort of targeting system, aligning a shadow or a ring they perceive in their vision with the sound of their prey to calculate the perfect distance for their jump. If this is true, it's not just cunning, it's a biological superpower. It's a level of sensory integration that we are only just beginning to understand. But their intelligence isn't just for hunting, it's for survival in a world full of larger predators and, increasingly human-dominated landscapes. This brings us to the urban fox. In cities all around the world, from London to Tokyo, red foxes have not just survived, they have thrived. They've learned to navigate our concrete jungles with an astonishing level of savvy. They memorize trash collection schedules, knowing which nights will provide the best scavenging opportunities. They learn to use pedestrian crosswalks, waiting for the lights to change before trotting across busy streets. This isn't instinct, this is learned behavior. They observe, they learn, and they adapt. This adaptability challenges the idea that they are simply wild animals driven by base instincts. Urban foxes demonstrate problem-solving skills on a daily basis. They figure out how to open garbage bins, how to access gardens for a safe place to rest, and how to coexist in a world that wasn't built for them. They are a testament to the power of intelligence in the face of environmental change. While we often see them as pests, we should perhaps see them as pioneers, demonstrating a resilience that is truly remarkable. So, if they're so smart, are they also social? The stereotype of the fox is often that of a lone wolf, a solitary creature skulking in the shadows. And while some foxes do live alone, the social life of a fox is far more complex and heartwarming than you might think. Red foxes, for example, typically live in small family groups. These groups usually consist of a breeding pair, called a dog fox and a vixen, and their offspring, known as kits or cubs. The vixen gives birth in an underground burrow called a den or an earth, and the raising of these kits is a team effort. The dog fox is a devoted partner and father. He spends his days and nights hunting, bringing food back not just for the kits, but also for the vixen while she is nursing and unable to leave the den. It's a beautiful display of paternal care. In some cases, the family group might also include other non-breeding females, often from a previous year's litter. These ants act as helpers, assisting in feeding and protecting the new kits. It's a cooperative family unit, built on bonds of kinship and mutual support. Foxes also have a surprisingly rich and complex communication system. They don't just bark. In fact, they have a vocabulary of over 20 different sounds. There are yips, yelps, screams, and whimpers, each with a distinct meaning. They use these vocalizations to communicate with their family, warn of danger, or defend their territory. But their communication isn't just auditory. They also rely heavily on body language, just like our pet dogs. The position of their ears, the arch of their back, and especially the movement of their magnificent tail can convey a whole range of emotions, from excitement and playfulness to fear and submission. And of course, their scent marking. They use scent glands to leave chemical messages for other foxes, creating a map of territories, warnings, and social status. So, the image of the cunning, solitary trickster begins to fall apart. What we see instead is a highly intelligent, adaptable, and social animal. A creature that uses its brain to overcome physical limitations, that forms strong family bonds, and that communicates in complex ways. Their cunning is not about deceit for the sake of it. It's a finely honed intelligence, an ability to learn, to strategize, and to solve problems. Whether it's a fox using the Earth's magnetic field to hunt, an urban fox navigating a city, or a father fox providing for his family, their behavior is driven by a profound will to survive and thrive. They are not villains from a storybook. They are masterful survivors, playing the hand that nature dealt them with incredible skill and grace. The next time you catch a glimpse of a fox, whether it's a flash of red in the countryside or a shadowy figure trotting down a suburban street at dusk, take a moment to appreciate what you're really seeing. You're not just looking at a clever animal. You're looking at a master of adaptation, a devoted family member, and one of nature's most brilliant minds. The story of the fox is not one of cunning, but of intelligence, resilience, and survival against all odds. Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of foxes. If you found this as fascinating as we did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the animal kingdom. Let us know in the comments what animal you'd like us to explore next. See you in the next video.